You know that moment when you first stand up in the morning and your knees protest with every step? Or when you reach for something on a high shelf and your shoulder reminds you it's not 20 years old anymore? That stabbing, aching sensation that's become your constant companion, following you through every movement, every task, every moment of your day. You've tried the pills, you've read the labels warning about long-term side effects. You've wondered if this is just your new normal, if you'll spend the rest of your life managing pain instead of actually living. But here's what most people don't know. Right now, at this very moment, sitting in your kitchen cabinet between the salt and the sugar, there's a collection of powerful compounds that researchers at major universities have been studying intensively. These aren't new discoveries. They're not expensive. They're not marketed with flashy labels or celebrity endorsements. They're so ordinary that you've probably walked past them 100 times this week without a second thought. Yet the scientific evidence for what they can do to joint inflammation is so compelling that it's changing how we think about natural pain relief. The difference between someone who suffers through joint pain and someone who finds real relief often isn't about trying harder or spending more money. It's about knowing which simple, ancient remedies actually work according to modern science, and more importantly, knowing how to use them correctly so they can reach therapeutic levels in your body. Because here's the truth that's been hiding in plain sight. Some of the most powerful anti-inflammatory compounds on Earth have been sitting in spice jars for thousands of years, waiting for science to catch up and explain why they work so remarkably well. Before we reveal these 4 remarkable spices that can help transform your joint health, if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. We're building something special here, a community dedicated to natural, research-backed health solutions that make a real difference in people's lives. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our evidence-based content. And we'd love to know where you're watching from right now. Drop your city or country in the comments below. We have viewers from over 60 countries around the world, and knowing you're part of this global community truly motivates us to keep creating content that serves you better. Now, let's explore these 4 powerful spices that science says can ease your joint pain naturally.
Let's begin with perhaps the most researched anti-inflammatory spice on Earth, turmeric. This vibrant golden orange root has been a cornerstone of healing traditions for over 4,000 years. Ancient practitioners in India and China didn't have modern laboratories or clinical trials, yet they recognized something profound about this humble rhizome that grew in tropical regions. Today, modern science has caught up with remarkable findings that validate what traditional healers knew centuries ago. The secret behind turmeric's therapeutic power lies in compounds called curcuminoids, with curcumin being the most active and thoroughly studied. What makes curcumin truly fascinating is how it works differently from conventional pain medications. Rather than simply blocking pain signals, curcumin addresses inflammation at the molecular level by modulating multiple inflammatory pathways simultaneously. Research has found that curcumin can inhibit the activity of enzymes and proteins that trigger inflammatory responses in the body, including nuclear factor kappa B and cyclooxygenase enzymes. This matters tremendously for joint health because chronic inflammation is the underlying driver of most joint pain conditions, from osteoarthritis to rheumatoid arthritis. When inflammation persists over months or years, it gradually damages cartilage, irritates surrounding tissues, and creates the stiffness and pain that can make simple movements feel impossible. A comprehensive analysis of multiple clinical trials found that curcumin supplementation significantly reduced pain and improved physical function in patients with osteoarthritis, with effectiveness comparable to certain conventional anti-inflammatory drugs, but with far fewer side effects. One particularly compelling study involved patients with active rheumatoid arthritis. Participants were divided into groups receiving either curcumin alone, a conventional medication, or both. Remarkably, the curcumin-only group showed the highest percentage of improvement in joint tenderness and swelling scores. The researchers noted that curcumin treatment was safe and did not produce adverse effects. Beyond inflammation, turmeric offers powerful antioxidant protection. Oxidative stress accelerates the breakdown of cartilage and other joint structures, and curcumin neutralizes free radicals directly, while also stimulating the body's own antioxidant enzymes, providing dual-action protection that helps preserve joint integrity over time. Now here's the practical challenge you need to understand. Curcumin by itself is poorly absorbed by the digestive system. Most of it passes through without ever entering your bloodstream. But traditional healers discovered a simple solution long ago that modern research has now confirmed, and will reveal that powerful combination in just a moment. But first, let's turn our attention to another remarkable root that deserves equal recognition. While turmeric often takes center stage, ginger has its own impressive resume when it comes to easing joint discomfort and reducing inflammation. If you've ever sipped ginger tea when feeling under the weather, you've already experienced its warming, soothing qualities. But ginger's benefits extend far deeper than comfort and flavor. This knobby root contains potent bioactive compounds that directly target the mechanisms underlying joint pain. The primary active constituents in ginger are gingerols, shogals, and pyridols. These compounds possess powerful anti-inflammatory and pain-relieving properties that work through multiple pathways in the body. Research has demonstrated that ginger extract significantly reduced pain in patients with osteoarthritis of the knee. Studies followed participants for several weeks, and those receiving ginger experienced greater reductions in knee pain with movement compared to placebo groups. What's particularly noteworthy is that these benefits appeared without the gastrointestinal side effects commonly associated with conventional pain medications. Multiple studies have examined ginger's effectiveness for various types of joint pain, and the evidence continues to build. One comprehensive analysis found that ginger was modestly effective and reasonably safe for treatment of osteoarthritis, showing statistically significant pain reduction and disability improvement. The anti-inflammatory action of ginger works by inhibiting the production of prostaglandins and leukotrienes, which are inflammatory molecules that contribute to pain and swelling in joints. But ginger's benefits don't stop with osteoarthritis. Research on patients with rheumatoid arthritis has shown particularly promising results. In controlled studies, patients who consumed ginger powder daily experienced significant reductions in inflammatory markers, including C-reactive protein and interleukin, both strongly associated with joint inflammation and pain. These findings suggest that ginger doesn't just help with the chronic joint wear associated with osteoarthritis, but may also support people dealing with autoimmune inflammatory conditions. Additionally, ginger improves circulation, which matters tremendously for joint health. Healthy blood flow ensures that joints receive adequate oxygen and nutrients, while efficiently removing metabolic waste products that can accumulate and cause irritation.
Using ginger for joint support is wonderfully straightforward. Fresh ginger root offers the highest concentration of active compounds. You can slice or grate fresh ginger and steep it in hot water for 10 to 15 minutes to make a soothing tea. Add a squeeze of lemon and a bit of honey for enhanced flavor and additional anti-inflammatory benefits. Fresh ginger can also be grated into smoothies, minced into stir-fries, blended into salad dressings, or juiced. If fresh ginger isn't convenient, ground ginger powder works well too, though it's slightly less potent. Research suggests that amounts ranging from about 1 to 3 grams daily provide therapeutic benefits when used consistently over weeks and months. Now, here's something crucial you need to know. The next spice we're about to discuss doesn't just help with joint pain on its own. It actually multiplies the effectiveness of both turmeric and ginger by up to 20 times. This is the game changer that traditional healers discovered centuries ago, and modern science has finally caught up to understand why it works so incredibly well. Keep watching, because this changes everything about how these spices work in your body. Black pepper might seem too ordinary to deserve a spot on this list. After all, it's just that familiar spice sitting on nearly every table and in every kitchen around the world, right? But dismissing black pepper would be a serious mistake. This humble spice contains a compound called piperine that transforms it from a simple flavor enhancer
into a legitimate therapeutic agent for joint health. Even more importantly, it dramatically amplifies the effectiveness of other anti-inflammatory spices you're using, which is why traditional recipes from India and other cultures have combined these spices together for thousands of years.
Piperine, the alkaloid responsible for black pepper's characteristic pungency, has been extensively studied for its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. Research has highlighted that piperine can suppress inflammatory markers and reduce oxidative stress in the body. But piperine's most remarkable quality is its ability to enhance the bioavailability of numerous other compounds, particularly curcumin from turmeric. Studies published in peer-reviewed journals have shown that piperine can increase curcumin absorption by up to 2,000%. Let me repeat that, 2,000%. This isn't just a minor improvement, it fundamentally changes whether curcumin can reach therapeutic levels in your bloodstream and actually work in your body. The mechanism behind this enhancement is absolutely fascinating. Piperine inhibits certain enzymes in the liver and intestinal wall that would otherwise rapidly break down and eliminate curcumin before it enters circulation. Think of it like this. Your liver is trying to protect you from foreign substances by breaking them down quickly, but piperine essentially tells the liver to slow down, giving curcumin more time to be absorbed into your bloodstream where it can do its healing work. Piperine also slows down the movement of compounds through the digestive tract, allowing more time for absorption. Additionally, piperine increases blood flow to the gastrointestinal tract, further facilitating nutrient uptake. Human studies have demonstrated remarkable results that validate what traditional medicine has known for centuries. In research with healthy volunteers, when participants consumed 2 grams of curcumin alone, serum levels were either undetectable or very low. But when just 20 milligrams of piperine was combined with the same amount of curcumin, blood concentrations of curcumin increased by 2,000% from 15 minutes to 1 hour after administration. The bioavailability enhancement was profound, and there were no observed adverse effects. Even smaller amounts work effectively. Research shows that as little as 5 milligrams of piperine with curcumin can approximately double bioavailability.
Beyond its role as a bioavailability enhancer, piperine directly contributes to joint health through its own anti-inflammatory actions. It inhibits the expression of genes that promote inflammation and reduces the production of inflammatory molecules that cause joint pain and swelling. Studies have demonstrated that piperine can modulate pain perception by interacting with certain receptors in the nervous system, providing a mild, pain-relieving effect that complements its anti-inflammatory properties. This means you're getting benefits from black pepper itself, not just using it to help other spices work better. Incorporating black pepper into your routine for joint support couldn't be simpler. The key is using freshly ground black pepper rather than pre-ground varieties, as piperine content diminishes over time once the peppercorns are cracked. Keep a pepper mill handy and add fresh grindings to virtually any savory dish: eggs, salads, soups, stews, roasted vegetables, and cooked grains. The amount needed for therapeutic benefit is quite modest. Just a pinch, roughly 1/20th of a teaspoon, is sufficient to significantly boost curcumin absorption when taken with turmeric. One important note: piperine can affect how the body metabolizes certain medications by inhibiting enzymes in the liver that break down drugs. While this interaction is generally not concerning at typical dietary amounts, if you take prescription medications regularly, it's wise to inform your healthcare provider that you're using black pepper therapeutically. Now, let's talk about our fourth powerful spice, one that's often overlooked but truly deserves recognition for its exceptional therapeutic properties: clove. These small, dark flower buds don't look particularly impressive, but they pack an extraordinary punch when it comes to easing joint discomfort and fighting inflammation. For centuries, cloves have been used in traditional medicine around the world, and modern research is now revealing why this humble spice has such powerful effects on joint health. The key bioactive compound in cloves is eugenol, which makes up approximately 70 to 90% of clove oil. Eugenol has been extensively investigated for its anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and pain-relieving actions. What makes eugenol particularly interesting for joint health is that it works through mechanisms similar to conventional pain medications. Research has shown that eugenol can inhibit cyclooxygenase activity, the same target that many over-the-counter pain relievers, such as ibuprofen, aim at, offering a gentler, food-based way to calm inflammation without relying solely on pharmaceutical interventions.
Studies on arthritis have demonstrated compelling results that give us real hope for natural joint pain management. Research using animal models of rheumatoid arthritis found that eugenol treatment ameliorated clinical signs of arthritis, including reducing swelling and inflammation in the joints. In one study, treatment with eugenol starting at the onset of arthritis ameliorated the clinical signs that manifested as swelling and redness. Furthermore, eugenol inhibited immune cell infiltration into the knee joints and also lowered the levels of inflammatory molecules, including tumor necrosis factor alpha, within the joints. The study concluded that eugenol ameliorates experimental arthritis and could be useful as a beneficial supplement in treating human arthritis. What's particularly impressive about cloves is their antioxidant capacity. Cloves ranked among the most antioxidant-dense spices available in nature, which matters enormously because oxidative stress from aging, poor diet, pollution, or chronic stress accelerates cartilage breakdown and joint degeneration. By supplying a rich pool of antioxidants, cloves help slow that degenerative process and protect joint tissues at the cellular level. On antioxidant capacity scales, cloves actually outscore many celebrated superfoods that get far more attention in the health world. Research also suggests that clove constituents may help limit cartilage damage in arthritic conditions. This is crucial because it means cloves may do more than just soothe symptoms. They may actually help preserve joint structure itself, supporting better flexibility, less stiffness, and fewer painful flare-ups over time. This protective effect on cartilage is particularly valuable for people with osteoarthritis, where cartilage preservation is absolutely crucial to maintaining mobility and quality of life. So how do you incorporate cloves into your daily routine without overwhelming your taste buds? You have several practical options that work beautifully. You can make whole clove tea by dropping 3 to 5 whole cloves into gently boiling water, simmering for 10 to 15 minutes, then straining and sipping. Add a bit of honey and lemon if desired for a comforting, therapeutic beverage. For cooking, use ground cloves sparingly as the flavor is quite potent. Just a small pinch is plenty to get the benefits. Stir a tiny amount into oatmeal, blend into a banana cinnamon smoothie, or fold into curries and stews for depth of flavor and joint-friendly compounds all in one move. You can also upgrade your golden milk by adding just a pinch of ground clove along with turmeric, ginger, and black pepper for a comprehensive anti-inflammatory beverage that covers all your bases.
One important word of caution: cloves are highly concentrated in eugenol, and more is definitely not better in this case. Large doses, especially in supplement or essential oil form, can be too much for the body and may trigger side effects. Keep your intake to normal culinary amounts to capture the benefits without any risk. If you're interested in topical applications for localized joint pain, clove oil must always be properly diluted with a carrier oil like coconut or almond oil and patch tested on a small area first before applying to larger areas of the body. Now that you understand the science behind these 4 powerful spices and how they work synergistically in your body, the question becomes, how do you actually use them consistently to experience real, lasting benefits? The key insight here is integration rather than complication. You don't need elaborate recipes, expensive equipment, or strict protocols that feel like taking medicine. Small, sustainable habits practiced daily will deliver far better results than sporadic, intensive efforts that you can't maintain over time. Consider starting your morning with what's known as golden milk, a traditional Ayurvedic preparation that brings all these spices together beautifully. Warm your preferred milk, whether that's dairy, almond, oat, or coconut, with half a teaspoon of turmeric, a quarter teaspoon of cinnamon, a small piece of fresh grated ginger or a quarter teaspoon of ginger powder, a generous pinch of freshly ground black pepper, and just a tiny pinch of ground clove. Add a touch of honey or maple syrup for sweetness and improved palatability. This single beverage delivers all 4 spices in an easily absorbed, synergistic combination that sets an anti-inflammatory tone for your entire day. It's warm, comforting, and becomes something you actually look forward to rather than a chore. Throughout your day, look for natural opportunities to layer these spices into meals you already enjoy and prepare regularly. Season scrambled eggs or omelets with turmeric and black pepper for a golden, anti-inflammatory breakfast. Add fresh ginger and cinnamon to your morning smoothie for warming spice notes. Season roasted vegetables with all 4 spices plus a drizzle of olive oil for enhanced absorption of the fat-soluble compounds. Brew a simple afternoon tea with fresh ginger slices and a cinnamon stick for a soothing break that's also therapeutic. Stir turmeric and black pepper into soups, stews, and curry dishes where they blend naturally with the existing flavors. The goal is habitual, consistent exposure to these beneficial compounds rather than occasional megadoses that your body can't effectively process.
It's important to remember that these spices work best as part of an overall anti-inflammatory lifestyle approach. They're powerful allies in your joint health journey, but they work most effectively when combined with other health-supporting practices that address inflammation from multiple angles. This means eating plenty of colorful vegetables rich in their own anti-inflammatory compounds, choosing healthy fats like olive oil, avocados, and fatty fish, staying adequately hydrated throughout the day, managing stress through practices like meditation, deep breathing, or time in nature, getting quality, restorative sleep each night, and moving your body regularly in ways that feel good to you rather than causing more joint stress. One final important note before we close. While these spices are generally safe and well tolerated at normal culinary amounts that you'd use in everyday cooking, everyone's body is different and individual responses can vary. If you're currently taking medications for any condition, managing chronic health issues, or planning to use these spices in therapeutic amounts that go beyond typical cooking use, it's wise to consult with a qualified healthcare provider who understands both conventional and natural medicine. This ensures that your natural approach complements rather than conflicts with other aspects of your health management. Pregnant and breastfeeding women should also check with their healthcare providers before using medicinal amounts of these spices, as safety data in these populations is limited. There you have it, 4 ordinary spices with extraordinary power to support your joint health naturally through mechanisms that science is only now beginning to fully understand. Turmeric with its potent curcumin that addresses inflammation at the deepest molecular level. Ginger with its warming compounds that inhibit inflammatory pathways and provide genuine pain relief. Black pepper with its remarkable ability to multiply the absorption and effectiveness of other healing compounds by up to 2,000%, turning good spices into great medicine. And clove with its exceptional antioxidant protection and potential to actually preserve cartilage structure rather than just masking symptoms.
The research backing these spices is clear and growing stronger every year. The traditional use, spanning thousands of years across multiple cultures, speaks to their effectiveness. And perhaps best of all, the application is refreshingly simple and accessible to everyone. You don't need to turn your life upside down, spend a fortune on specialized products, or follow complicated protocols that feel overwhelming. Start small and build gradually. Choose just 1 or 2 spices and begin incorporating them into meals and beverages you already enjoy and prepare regularly. Build the habit slowly and steadily over days and weeks, making it feel natural rather than forced. Pay attention to how your body responds and adjust accordingly. Many people notice subtle improvements in joint comfort and mobility within 2 to 4 weeks of consistent use, with more significant and lasting changes appearing after maintaining the practice over 2 to 3 months. If this video was helpful and gave you practical strategies you can actually use, kindly type yes in the comment section below. That simple action motivates us tremendously to produce more content like this that makes a real difference in people's lives. And if you've personally tried any of these spices for joint pain or inflammation, we'd genuinely love to hear about your experience.
Share your story in the comments below, whether it's about what worked, what didn't, or what surprised you. Your insights and real-world results might be exactly what inspires someone else who's currently struggling with joint pain and looking for natural solutions that don't involve more pills. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you found the information valuable and science-based. Share it with anyone in your life who might benefit from natural approaches to joint health, and subscribe so you never miss our upcoming videos on natural remedies, nutrition strategies, and wellness approaches backed by actual research rather than hype. We're building a community of people who believe in supporting their health naturally while respecting both traditional wisdom and modern science. And we're genuinely grateful you're part of this journey with us. Thank you for watching and for investing this time in your health education. Remember, your health is absolutely worth investing in, one small, sustainable choice at a time. These simple spices might just be the beginning of your journey to more comfortable, mobile, and pain-free living. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you in the next video where we'll explore more natural solutions to common health challenges.